At PickleballMinds in Princeton, New Jersey, and it's my honor to have Kaitlyn Care, aka Pickleball Chick, here. She probably needs no introduction, but here we go anyway. Kaitlyn, what brings you to PickleballMinds?
I'm so happy to be here. Amitabh reached out to me and said, we want to create the Davos of pickleball, truly just speak about the business side of pickleball, which I'm heavily involved in, and I was super excited to meet a lot of people and learn from a great group of pickleball people that are just truly trailblazing the sport throughout the world.
Amazing. So why don't you give us a bit of a rundown on what you're involved in business-wise in pickleball?
Yeah, so I created Pickleball Chick LLC, so I'm an ambassador and consultant for a lot of brands in the sport and brands outside of the sport. I'm also an owner and general manager of a Major League Pickleball team called the Las Vegas Night Owls.
Woo!
Hooty hoot! And I am a board member of Pickleball Cares, which is a nonprofit whose mission is to change lives through pickleball.
That's amazing, Kaitlyn. And where do you see the growth at the moment going in America for the sport?
Yeah, I think in America, this started off, everyone calls it like the Benjamin Button. It's like aging backwards. And so at first you saw a lot of senior citizens playing, retirees, and now I see a lot of youth playing. So I think it's going to continue to grow in high school. It's going to be a college sport in the NCAAs at some point. So I just see like a lot more, when you go to the courts, it's not just, I'm not only playing with 80-year-olds and 90-year-olds anymore. You got the cool Gen Zs coming and TikToking. So it's been a lot of fun to see a whole new group of people come to the sport.
That's awesome. Now, can you talk a little bit about being the owner and general manager of an MLP team? How does that work? Like, what is it that you have to do to kind of grow the team? Like, could you give us a little bit of insight on that?
Yeah, sure. So that's definitely been by far the space in the sport that I've learned the most.
Of course.
First of all, as a female owner of a professional team, there's not many of us, and I'm really proud of that. I'm one of only 2 female GMs. And so that's just been an awesome experience. I'm an owner with one of my best friends that I played soccer with at Duke. Kim Kleisters is another owner of our team. She was one of the best tennis players of all time. So we have 3 female owners, which is awesome. But to answer your question about really growing the game and growing our team, we all had to sort of pitch why we should get certain locations. And we wanted Las Vegas for a multitude of reasons. But really, to grow it more, we need community involvement. So this year, we're really looking at how do we get the community behind our team? How do we have community events? How do we create merch that's interesting? How do we have a social media profile that's engaging? And we're really getting our players involved in that as well. So it's everything from making sure our players are treated extremely well, giving them everything that they need, showing up and supporting them, providing them support in every way we can, but also then growing the community aspect of it and making sure we're in touch. Like, I'm always calling different GMs and owners and to see what they're doing, see what ideas we can learn from each other, which has been just a great learning experience.
That's amazing. I guess my last question would be, what do you see are the obstacles to growth in pickleball in America?
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that I'm a little bit concerned about, I wouldn't say, I'm worried, but I'm concerned, is definitely the direction of the equipment. So in 2022, I was getting my MBA and I did a fellowship with USA Pickleball. I studied other national governing bodies of sport and what they did that was successful and what they did that was worrisome. And racquetball was one of the NGBs that I looked at, and they had a very similar growth trajectory as pickleball, and then it went straight down. And that was because of their equipment uses. They let their equipment get too hot, too fast, so the average person could no longer play racquetball. So I'm worried that paddle technology is going to get too out of hand. You're starting to see it with these new Gen 3 paddles where the power is just unbelievable. Once you put a ball high, it's done. Somebody's going to get injured that's older, that's playing. I'm hearing that some facilities are now starting to ban certain paddles. Some leagues are starting to ban some certain paddles because they're just too hot. And so you're seeing a lot of pros, they're actually wearing glasses now to protect their eyes. Now, I'm not saying it's there. I'm not saying it's too far gone. I think we need data. I think we need to push the limit to see what is the limit.
For sure.
But there needs to be somebody that is on it. Whether it's US Pickleball, whether it's UPA, whether it's Pro Pickleball, somebody needs to be on this topic and make sure that the equipment doesn't get too out of hand so we can all still love and enjoy the sport that we love so much.
Awesome. Well, thanks for taking the time, Kaitlyn. I really appreciate it. Pickleball Minds. Stay tuned for more interviews.
Thank you.
Thanks, my girl.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
you. Thanks.